Welcome students. In our today's class we are going to talk about subject and predicate and how to determine which is the subject, which word is the subject in a sentence and which one is the predicate. Before learning subject and predicate, what we must learn is that what is a sentence. Here it is given. You know that a sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. So what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense. It begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. So what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense and that begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop or a question mark or an exclamation mark. Okay. So what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense and that is beginning with a capital letter and that must end in a full stop, a question mark or an exclamation mark. Okay. As for the example, we can take this. Just a minute. Now for example, where there is a will, there is a way. It is a complete sentence that makes a sense. And it is a normal sentence. And it is, could you walk faster? Could you walk faster? This is an interrogative sentence. It is asking a question. So, a sentence beginning with a capital letter and ending with a question mark. How cold it is? It is an exclamatory question. It is exclaiming a feeling that it is a cold day. So this is a group of words that is making a sense and that is ending with an exclamation mark. So this is a sentence. Now let us come to our main point, that is subject and predicate. A sentence has two parts, subject and predicate. What are the two parts? Subject part, subject and predicate. A sentence has two parts. One is subject, other one is predicate. Okay? Now read these sentences. I am reading it from a textbook so that it may be easy for you guys to understand. Read these sentences. There are two sentences. Piku is playing in the garden. The monkey swings from one branch to another. Okay, these are two sentences here. Now tell me, what is the subject in this sentence? Piku is playing in the garden. Who is playing in the garden? Piku. What she is doing? She is playing. Where she is doing the work? Where she is doing the work? She is playing. Playing is the verb here. She is playing in the garden. Okay. The monkey who is swinging? The monkey is swinging. Monkey swings from one branch to another. So, in these sentences, Piku and the monkey are the person or animal we are talking about. So, in these sentences, we are talking about Piku who is playing in the garden and the monkey who is swinging from one branch to another. In these sentences, Piku and the monkey are the person and animal we are talking about. They are the subjects of the sentences. The remaining part of the sentence tell us something about them. They are the predicate. So, our sentence is about Piku and monkey. So, they become the subject. The monkey and Piku became the subject in these sentences, and the rest part, playing in the garden, swinging in the from one branch to another, this is the thing that tells us something that the subject is doing. So these parts become the predicate. Clear? Okay. So these sentences, precisely in these sentences, Piku and the monkey are the person or the animal we are talking about. The word, the noun which we are talking about is the subject in a sentence, and rest of the part that talks about what the subject is doing is the predicate. Now, I have marked this beforehand so that you may find it easy to understand. The subject of a sentence is the noun or pronoun about which we are saying something. It may be a word or a group of words. So, what is a subject? A subject of a sentence is the noun. Okay? So, subject must be a noun or a pronoun about which we are saying something. So, the subject of a sentence is the noun or pronoun. So, a subject must be a noun or pronoun. A noun or pronoun about which we are saying something. It may be a word. A subject can be a word or a group of words. On the other hand, a predicate refers to what is being said about the subject. It always includes the verb. So, in the predicate, we will always find the verb. We will always find the verb in predicate portion. So, the predicate refers what is being said about the subject. What we are saying about the subject is became the predicate in a sentence. And we must remember, it always includes the verb. So, predicate always includes the verb. As in these sentences, when Piku becomes the subject, the rest of the portion becomes the predicate, and it was containing the verb, playing, play, the verb. So, that justifies this definition. Now, we have to identify the subject. To identify, how we should identify a subject? To identify the subject in the sentence, we ask who, what before the verb. Okay. So, we are taking example of those two sentences again. What are those? When we ask who is playing, the answer would be Piku. In the sentence 2, when we ask who swings, the answer is monkey. Okay. So, now let us make it a bit easy. To identify the subject in the sentence, we ask who and what before the verb. So, in those two sentences, Piku is playing. According to the rule number 1, what we have to ask? We have to ask who and what before the verb. So, if we ask, Piku is, that sentence I am writing it briefly here. Piku is playing in the garden. The sentence was. So, we have to ask the verb with who and what. Now, if we ask who was playing in the garden? If we ask who was playing in the garden. So the answer would be Piku. So the answer would be Piku. Meanwhile, when we ask who swings, we know the monkey was swinging from one branch to another. The answer would be the monkey. So the monkey becomes the subject in this sentence. So what is the rule number 1? Rule number 1 is to identify the rule number 1 for identify subject in the sentence, to ask who or what before the verb. We have to question the verb with who or what. Clear? I hope it is clear. Now, okay. Now let us understand how we identify what is a subject in an interrogative and exclamatory sentences. The subject comes in the middle or in the end of the sentence. To identify the subject, ask who and what before the verb. So here the same formula goes as in the adjective sentences. When we ask who is playing, we ask who and what before the verb. The same formula goes here. Like in the interrogative sentences, rule number 2, in the interrogative sentences, interrogative and exclamatory sentences, the subject comes in the middle or at the end of a sentence. To identify the subject, ask who and what before the verb. What a beautiful day. Examples, what a beautiful day. If we ask what a day it is, a beautiful day. How hungry I am. So beautiful day here is becoming subject. How hungry I am. Who is hungry? I am hungry. So we are questioning the verb with who or what, and we are getting the subject. What did you eat for lunch? What is the verb here? Eating is verb here. Eat is the verb here. So, who eat? What did you eat? You. So, you becomes subject here. What is the national park called? The question is already here. The national park. We are questioning the verb with what or who, and we are getting our subject. Now let us move to the next thing. In imperative sentences, the sentence subject is not mentioned, it is understood by you. So there are kind of sentences, and imperative sentences, imperative sentence is one of them. In imperative sentences, we give some kind of order or we request someone. So imperative sentences, what happens? The subject is not mentioned, it is understood by you. Okay, so it is not mentioned, it is understood by you. Keep quiet. So you keep quiet. Okay, so you is the subject that is not mentioned and that you have to understood. Stop the car. You stop the car. Okay. So with that, we finishes our chapter, and there are some exercises that is done by us in our Google Classroom, and now let us solve at least 5 examples from here. We have to circle the subject and underline the predicate. We won't be doing the entire exercise. Just I will show you how to do it, and you will do it and show me as a homework. Okay. Shanti plays tennis. Now playing is the verb here. Who plays tennis? Shanti. So Shanti becomes here subject. We have to circle Shanti and underline plays tennis. Subject and predicate. Have you eaten the chocolate ice cream kept in the fridge? Eating is the verb here. Eaten, from eat to eaten. Who have eaten the chocolate ice cream, Captain? You. So you become subject and the rest of the part is predicate. So I am stopping here, and the rest of the part will be your homework. You do it and submit in my Google Classroom, in your Google Classroom of English, and I will check that. Okay student, bye bye. Meet you in the next class.